Hey everybody, I just wanted to come out and do a quick update, another update on the diesel exhaust install on this 6.5 liter diesel. I gave you kind of my seat of the pants feel, video a few days ago, but I wanted to actually measure the 0 to 60 times and things like that, so I can provide that for all of you guys that keep asking about it. And kind of put a little bit more statistics to it rather than just seat of the pants. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the results from when it was stock to compare it to, but at least this is a starting point, and it kind of gives us an area to look at things for future mods. And so I'm going to do a 0 to 60 time test right now. The only things I've done to the truck so far are I put the lift kit on it, put the bigger tires on it, and then obviously put the new installed exhaust system, 4-inch exhaust system on it. So, from a stock standpoint, it didn't have the bigger tires, things like that. So it was probably from an actual time, 0 to 60 time, it's probably about the same, even though I've increased the power of the exhaust system. And so I figured this would be a good starting point for the additional mods that I'm going to be putting on the truck from this point forward, and compare it to, okay, this is what it was like when it had the bigger tires and just the upgraded exhaust. Obviously, I should have done a stock exhaust with the bigger tires test, but I wasn't smart enough to think about that at that time, so I didn't. So I'm going to start now, and then I'm going to publish those results, and each time I do a performance upgrade, I'm going to do the test again and see what difference it makes. So I've got this stretch of road right here out by my house. It's fairly flat. You can see it's a little bit of dip there in the middle, but fairly flat overall. And I'm going to go ahead and continue to use this as the test patch as far as any kind of performance test that I do, and that way it stays consistent. So here we go, we'll see what it looks like. I went ahead and did the 0 to 60 times on that K3500 truck. I did it twice. I went ahead and just to kind of get a little bit more data. The interesting thing is I was faster on the second run than I was on the first run. It looks like 0 to 60 was averaging about 20 seconds. So let me look at the history here, and I'll throw this up on the screen while I'm talking. The first run was right in the, let's see, 0 to 60 was 20.6 seconds. And then the second run was right in the range of 19.2. So I guess the average was a little bit less than that. I guess it was right in probably around 19.5 seconds from the first and second run. Not bad for an old worn out diesel truck. I mean, it's got 100,000 miles on the engine. It's 4-wheel drive, it's dually, it's not made to drag race. Now, like I said prior to this part, that the only thing I don't have is the previous measurements of what times it produced when it was stock, with the stock exhaust system and the stock tire size and no lift and that kind of stuff on it. But overall, I can tell you that the seat of the pants feel is definitely a lot better. It seems like kind of the get up and go is faster, so it's faster off the line to me. It seems like it spools up faster. The turbo kicks in quicker. And then really on the 0 to 60 time, one thing I was noticing when I was doing the runs was, getting from 55 to 60 feels like it takes forever. But getting to 0 to 50 went pretty quickly. I don't know if my my little tool here shows this. Well, 0 to 30 was 7.3 seconds. So 7.3 seconds to get from 0 to 30, and then 0 to 60 was 19.2 seconds. So definitely, I guess it proves the point of the seat of the pants that it's faster, obviously, from 0 and up to about 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, and then that 50, and as I was looking at it, it was 55-ish to 60. it just seemed like it took forever. And so that kind of describes, if I just doubled the 0 to 30 time, then I'd be at 14.6 seconds. So definitely I was a lot longer from the 30 through 60 time frame. Based on this time, if I was running a quarter mile, it'd be 21.3 seconds. That's kind of interesting in the fact that I had to travel almost a quarter of a mile, it looks like, because I remember I did the 0 to 60 in 19.2 seconds, or right around 20 seconds, and my quarter mile time was 21.3. So it took me almost a quarter of a mile to hit 60 miles an hour, which is that's pitiful, obviously. But on an old diesel truck, not so bad. So I'll post these up there and show you the screenshots of this so you can kind of look at it a little further towards the end of this video. But just thought it was something curious to throw out there, something that you might want to see. Again, it's a 1993 K3500 with a 6.5 liter diesel. It's 4-wheel drive. The only mods to it whatsoever from a performance standpoint is that it has a 4-inch turbo back exhaust, a diamond eye exhaust system. It's got the crossover pipe. I did notice that the previous owner put in a K&N air filter, and so it does have a K&N air filter in it. But other than that, there's been 0 mods to the actual drivetrain. I've got an intake system coming, a new intake system, and a few other things that are still in process that I'm still researching. So every time I add something that's going to be a performance-related item to the truck, I'm going to go ahead and do a 0 to 60 test and just see how it compares. So just thought it was kind of a curious thing to throw out there. Hope you guys enjoy it. Again, I'm really liking the way the truck drives. It feels a lot better. It drives a lot better. It just makes it an easier daily driver. That 0 to 30 kind of right off the line seems a lot quicker to me, a lot faster response from the throttle. And overall, it's making it a much more enjoyable truck to drive. So just wanted to throw that out, add a little update video as far as not just seat of the pants feel, but actually some numbers, and then we'll add to it as the series continues. So guys, appreciate your time, appreciate your comments. Really having a lot of fun doing this, and a lot of fun really on the feedback side. It's fun learning kind of all the opinions out there from people, but also the suggestions that you guys have are great. So it's just, I'm a newbie to the 6.5 diesel world. And just kind of learning all I can do to this truck and have some fun with it is where I'm going with the video program. So thank you again for everything. God bless and take care. See ya.